a random fact about me is that I was a trained flautist for many years, and I once played with the Philadelphia Orchestra as first chair. So I attended the Philadelphia High School for Creative and Performing Arts, and I played the flute for many years. I started playing the flute when I was in the fourth grade, and I was actually attending Temple University for private flute lessons throughout middle school and high school. And so I haven't played in many years, but my daughters play instruments. And so recently we talked about us playing instruments together. So I'm really excited to see if I can still um, play the way that I used to play. So my favorite home cooked meal, um, it's collard greens. So collard greens are one of my favorite side dishes to prepare. There's a story behind that. So my family had a piece of land in North Philly, and we cultivated our own produce. We had a garden. We had a family garden. We grew our own produce. We were eating organic, farm to table, in the middle of North Philly in the 90s. And so my grandmother and my grandparents, would bring us to the garden after school, and I would spend my time as a little girl watching them cultivate the land and watching them pick the vegetables. And so I learned how to prepare these, hearty meals as a kid by watching my grandmother. And so cleaning collard greens, the process of it, it's something that's very um, it's like a pastime activity for me, and it's something that I enjoy doing with my children. And so for every major holiday, most Sunday dinners, I love enjoy preparing collard greens. Definitely flats. Something happened to me in my 30s when, my ankles basically said no. And I listened. I'm honoring my body. So no, I prefer flats over heels any day. Now, you know what I'm saying? Many things can be true. I think that Drake gave us some bops for many years, but this is not a question. Kendrick is an artist, is a lyricist that is conscious and makes you think. And so, Kendrick Lamar, hands down. So, definitely Instagram. I use Instagram more socially just as a way to share experiences about my family and travels and things like that with family and friends. I'm not really a big tweeter. I would rather engage in dialogue or like write um, papers or manuscripts or books. But I do have a funny story about Twitter. There was a meme that was going viral. I think it was like last October or November. And there was a post that Charlemagne the God made about, unfortunately, sometimes you have to remember you're engaging with descendants of the crack era. And there was a lot of sort of just ignorant opinions that were being generated in the comments. And for me, it was triggering because I was already thinking about writing about this era, historicizing it. And what I was able to tell was that there is a complete lack of knowledge when it comes to the historical context. And that's not the fault of anyone who is ignorant. As an educator, I thought, oh, I need to impart knowledge. And so I wrote this entire, like, 3-page analysis about what the crack era was, defining it. It was a post that I think went a little viral, I'm not sure, but that's a moment that was really funny for me because I said that as part of that response, I said that, oh, maybe I should really, develop some type of deconstructing curriculum, and I did. So that's a very funny story about Twitter.